Welcome back to the Liberty Farms and Neil Wilson Railway. We are gonna shift gears here a little bit. We are gonna jump into the caboose restoration this fall because we want to get some things wrapped up before it gets cold. So one of the things we're gonna do is a lot of work on the inside. We don't plan on painting it till next year because there's some things that were leaking. So if you come with me here and I'll show you kind of what we have done. There was a lot of things added to this caboose because it was changed from a regular caboose to a remote control caboose. There was fuel tanks added. So these patches right here are still in the other side. They had a tendency to leak because they warped. There was some putty put in there and they were screwed together. So we're going to give you a quick tour today of what we're doing, where we are, get you caught up on the restoration. So this welding job I finished up yesterday. So let's take a ride, walk, run, jog, however you want to get there, to the inside of the caboose. And for some of our faithful followers, we're going to change up the way we do our videos here a little bit through the winter. We had some changes here with our editing, so I apologize. This is going to be a impromptu video, so let's get to it. The thing I'm excited about is actually to get all these lights working at night, because this thing has a lot of lights on. We do have all the lights up there working, and I want to get everything on a dusk to dawn. And then the plan is these switches are for the railroad, but I put them here just because they're cool to look at. But I have some other ones over there that have taller posts on them, and I'd like to wire a light out here on top of this also. So there's lots of plans. Come on in. Winter is catching up to us. I got all the forms to pour concrete here, and I think we're getting a little bit too late, so the concrete work and everything will probably not happen until next year. We have to build our walkway. I did find a couple of nice I-beams. We're going to build a walkway out here to the concrete so everybody doesn't bring all the dirt in. And we'll put some grading on top of it, like this here going into our caboose. So I don't know if you remember what this looked like when we got it. There was desks here, there was a full kitchen here. The cupolas were in it, which these are the frames, and we will be putting all these back together. So these are going to go back. But to start the restoration, you got to kind of start from the ground up. And being turned into a remote control caboose, we had a lot of work. Well, yeah. So there was a big hole here. We got that patched up. This floor right here was completely rotten. So we cut this out. We welded a new piece in here. I've been debating, we got to patch all these holes up because the plan is to spray foam this floor. I don't know if I'm big on it or not, because once you spray foam it, you can't do any welding or anything else, and it's a pain to get out. But I think that's the plan for the floor. We were going to do a couple inches on the walls. I don't know if that's the best idea, and this is the reason why. Because I welded this patch in, you can see where it was burning the paint off here. This is the patch that you've seen from the outside. If that was spray foam, that would have started on fire and been burning in here in the walls. If it was just batt insulation, we could pull that down very easily, do any repairs we have to. But I don't know. Leave in the comments what you guys think. Spray foam, not spray foam. I'm leaning towards spray foaming the floor because we can take a hole saw, drill right through it, kind of like they did here, and do what we have to do. There really shouldn't be too much welding we ever have to do on the floor. If we do, well, we'll have to pull it up and tear it out. But the walls and windows, there could be a lot of work. So this is what I fixed on the other side. This is where the fuel tanks were, because there was a big generator right underneath where Gina was standing, where all them holes were. There was a huge generator under here that ran everything in, I don't know if it ran an air compressor. There was huge air tanks in here. I don't know, I've never seen the air compressor. But anyway, this is where they put the fuel, and this was a vent tube. And see, they had welded this up already and made their own hole. They cut a hole too big. They added this, and it's just screwed on with putty. So I'm going to eliminate these, put it back to more original, because they were not in there originally when it was a standard caboose. So we're going to take this out. The vents I kind of like, because once the cupolas are up, we can actually turn the vents on to get some fresh air and circulate some air in here. So I think we're going to put fans, and we're going to keep the vents. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do here. We got the spray foam lined up for the floor. I have most of the patching done. I have a few holes left to do here. The window company is coming out next week to redo the windows. We got this one taken out. They have this window currently, so they're redoing it. They're making patterns. They're making other windows. This window leaked, so we pulled it out. We're gonna caulk this here, put putty behind it, screw this one back in. The other ones did not leak. We had some issues with them. You can see where bugs were getting in these windows here. But these do not leak from the outside anymore. So we're just gonna take the screws out from the inside, pull these windows out. We're gonna reseal all of these windows and probably put some silicone in there. And then all the windows will be done. Spray foam will be in the floor, and then we will be able to put our plywood down, and that will be really nice. So you can see where some of these were rotten. We've replaced these here, and we had to run these through a planer to get them the same height. So there's been a lot of work put into this. We're getting really close to seeing this go back together. We got a few holes left to patch. Some of the holes in here actually went right into the frame, and I wasn't sure how to weld them up or patch them. So I decided to just take a washer and a nut and a bolt and go through the frame and put that in there. One nice thing is it secures the floor and the body to the caboose, or to the frame. You know what I'm trying to say. It secures the body to the frame better. And then we'll just spray foam over that. So if this ever had to come apart, if I welded it, it would be a little bit more permanent. Granted, everything is welded here, patched welded, spot welded, but not out here. Yeah, see the small holes where it went through the frame, I just put these bolts in. Oh, there was the one I missed. I knew there was one more. Right here. You can see the thick frame underneath here. There's a cross member here. So we'll put one more in there. These ones here, we'll probably just weld patches over these. We got a few more to button up. And that spray foam expands and it's gonna go through the bottom if we don't patch them up. So that's not the least of it, is the mice, ants, bugs of any sorts. Ultimately, that spray foam is pretty soft, and that would give them access to inside of our floors. They couldn't really go very far because it is all quartered off like this, but they could still make a house underneath the floor and they could chew through the wood. So anyway, we got some patching to do. We're going to eliminate this chimney. I'm going to leave the chimney on the outside. We're just going to cover over this for now. We'll leave the portal here, and just seal it off. So if we ever did want to put a fireplace over here, we could. So this is gonna stay, but yet not be used. We'll plug all this off so we don't have drafts. We are going to put a wood stove on the other side. This is the frame for the cupola on that side. We couldn't get these through the doors without cutting them apart or cutting the railing. So we couldn't get them through, we couldn't turn them at a 90, so we decided to leave them in here. And when they spray foam the floors, we gotta make a couple of hooks. And I think we're gonna hook this and hook it up here, and we're just gonna hang these for now, then they'll be out of the way.
They had steps built into them so you could walk right up to the cupolas.
Yeah, I'll show you the steps. They're right outside. The steps actually went right in the center, right here. There was cabinets and tools on the inside. There's diamond plate, all the chairs. We still have everything complete. We're gonna put all these back together. Then we have a little bit more woodwork to do. You can see this is loose right here. And we gotta put two across here. We took these out because they were really rotten. They were in the way for the floor. And then we gotta put some more woodwork here. Originally this was an Algoma Central Caboose, and then Wisconsin Central bought it. We're gonna put the original Algoma Central stickers back on it when we paint it next year, because Neo loved to hunt, and got a picture of a bear. So we just thought that'd be really neat to kind of honor Neo in that way and put the bear back on it with Algoma Central. We're gonna have plumbing in here, we're gonna have water in here. This might kind of blow your mind, but that half of the caboose is gonna be a beauty salon. So that half right there, that's gonna be a beauty salon. My wife owns a beauty salon in Gwyn, and we just like the idea of being here at the railroad. So we bought this caboose with intentions of making that our beauty salon. The cupolas will be for us. We can come out here and sit and have coffee. This side here will be a waiting room. Put a nice couch here. Have all these windows redone. This chimney is all taken apart. We are going to redo this. We are going to put a wood stove right here. So I can't wait to light the first fire in the wood stove and see smoke come out of the chimney on the caboose. We do have power running here. This is live. So that's how we've been operating our welders. None of this is really secure, but I had to get power out here so I could use my welders and have lights. Winter's coming, it's getting darker earlier. We got the light tower. So as soon as these floors are in, which we hope within the next couple of weeks, we are going to start wiring the walls. We'll fur all these walls out. All the walls are going to be a tongue and groove, something, pine, cedar, I don't know yet. And we're going to put all hardwood floors in here. So I think it's going to be really nice and cozy. The heater is ordered. We're not going to heat it just with a wood stove. The heater is ordered, which is a, what do you call that? A heat pump. There's a name for it. I can't think of it. It's losing my mind. Anyway, it's a heater and an air conditioner, and it's gonna be mounted outside. That's on order. Should be here this week. We're gonna put one head here. We're gonna put one head on the other side, because the heat doesn't like to travel through the cupola very well, because this is such a small, narrow space. So, and we thought it would be best to put two heads in here, one over there, one over here. It's a heater, air conditioner. I almost had it. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be really nice. The main unit will be mounted outside, which I gotta weld some brackets on to the outside of the caboose.
It's called the something split, isn't it?
Mini split, there you go. So yeah, we'll have to drill a hole, and there goes the problem with the spray foam, is if it's spray foam, you can't take it out to do any welding if we have to in the future, so. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna spray foam the floors at this point, and I think we're gonna just put bats in the walls. I really like the spray foam idea because there's so many nooks and crannies behind here. you know, back here like this, and in here, and then there. It's gonna be really hard to get batted insulation in there. Unless I just take a spray foam can, maybe, and just spray foam some of the tight areas, because that'll expand and fill them in, and then put batting everywhere else. Or if you have another suggestion that I have not thought of, please let me know. But that's kind of where we are at on our caboose. Within the next couple of weeks, the windows will be done, the floors will be done, and we're going to be wiring in here because we pulled the plug on the railroad for the year. The grade is complete. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of our footage and get some updates on the finished railroad grade. We did start putting some ballast down on the railroad grade. And we put our first railroad crossing in our driveway, so that's really exciting. It's in, it's done, it drives nice. We had to rebuild our ramp for the pit. But anyway, that'll all be coming hopefully this winter in updates. And we'll keep you updated on this progress. We'll show you the floors of spray foam, how it all turns out. I wanted this project to be done last winter. Honestly, the mice were in here. They were in every piece of insulation and everything else, and when we were tearing this apart, it was pretty nasty and it smelled. So one good thing about replacing all the panels, stripping it, the smell is gone.
And we had the diesel tanks
Yeah,
in
the
here.
diesel tanks
And the
added here.
diesel tanks did not help the
Yeah,
smell.
the floors got saturated. So
Smells wonderful in here now.
yeah, there's no smell at all. So once we seal this floor off and get insulation, if we do batting, we'll probably repaint all the walls, which will help kill any other bacteria that's left from the mice or anything else. But we will keep you posted. I want to say thank you to our members, and I apologize, but we are going to be going to these formats of videos for a little while until we get some things organized here with our editing. We had a couple of hiccups, not a big deal. We're going to proceed forward, and we're going to try to bring you some great videos. So I will catch you next time. Thank you, members, and don't forget to put a smile on somebody's face today. Thank you.